Crew podcast.
We have liftoff. Welcome to another episode of the Cabin Crew podcast. We're both awake for sure. I'm Ben. That's Aaron. It's a New York Jets fan podcast by us Jets fans, for Jets fans. And we got football this week.
We got football. We are
a real game. Yeah.
Playing a game. I guess you can call it a game.
The preseason game.
It is a game. It's a Hall of Fame game. Jets Browns. It's happening. The season started. We're getting there.
Yes, it's more or less a glorified scrimmage. Starters won't play, but you know, I think anytime your team gets to participate in the Hall of Fame game, I don't remember the last time the Jets actually played in the Hall of Fame game. It's got to be, I want to say, like we were in college. Remember, like when we were on Cape Cod?
Yeah,
it's total inside baseball, but like I feel like we were watching a game.
Yeah,
maybe it was the Jets. I don't know.
I think so too. How do they determine the teams? Is it just randomly picked, or like, is it just a coincidence that the Jets and Browns have players getting inducted this year? Or
I think sometimes, for whatever reason, I feel like it's always either the Cowboys or the Steelers.
Yeah,
but that's just like the bias of the fans will travel there.
Yeah,
I think Cleveland's usually rarely in it, even though they are right there.
They're right there. Yeah,
Pittsburgh may be actually the closer drive. I don't know how that's possible geographically.
Yeah.
Look at a map. We're not a facts podcast, as we know. But maybe it's like based on which players get into the Hall of Fame, the schedule makers will try to make it happen so that two teams with players getting inducted will play. So that's just a total guess. I have no idea how it actually works.
Yeah, I was curious because Canton's like right in the middle of Cleveland and Pittsburgh. It's like It's like right in the middle. So yeah, I was just wondering because I was like, oh, it's because the Jets and Browns have players getting inducted this year. So, but
which is nice.
It's cool. Yeah, it adds a little bit of a different kind of feel to the game.
Who's getting inducted for the Browns? I feel like a terrible football fan.
Joe Thomas.
Oh, classic. Love it. Love it for him.
Guy. Yeah.
Joe Thomas, one of like the nicest guys. Like I did get a chance to meet him kind of in person, and dad, Wisconsin fisherman, like just super chill guy.
And he's fucking jacked now. He's like, you look at like before and after pictures of like his playing days, and now it's crazy.
Offensive linemen just tend to lose that weight.
That's like Alan Faneca. You see his? He's like a triathlete now.
Holy shit! Like an Ironman type of thing.
Yeah, wow. Like he is super skinny. Like it's crazy. But it's cool.
Did not know that.
Cool to see.
Should I Google a picture? Get my live reaction.
Yeah.
Alan Faneca, because I know like what's his name? Joe Thomas is on Prime or NFL Network or whatever. See him all the time. Alan Faneca. That's not him. That's him in his playing days. Now, marathon. Oh my God.
Right?
He looks scary. Yeah.
Looks sick.
He does look sick.
Right?
You get that man some protein.
He needs it. Fuck. But I mean, apparently not. He's living large.
Same he ran with a marathon in 3 hours and 56 minutes. Very impressive.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah. So did who?
Bussing with the boys. I don't know if you follow them. They're a Barstool.
Oh, Taylor Lewan.
He looks like he dropped a ton of weight.
Yeah, like the offensive linemen have to put on all this weight, but they don't want it or need it.
I feel like they have to force themselves to put the weight on, you know, just to be that big. Like they have to eat all the time once your playing days are over. I feel like that's the only position in sports where you lose weight. You look at every other like pro athlete when they're done playing. I love Darrelle Revis, but I think he's put on some pounds.
Yeah, for sure, because he doesn't need to run at top speed anymore. Yeah.
Why you put your body through hell for years. Offensive linemen are the only players I can think of.
Defensive linemen?
Yeah.
Yeah, in sports in general. I don't know. Because basketball players, you kind of stop running all the time. Hockey, baseball, they're already fat. Oh, maybe baseball. Maybe guys lose some weight after baseball. Maybe they just get fatter.
I feel like the only baseball player I know that like still looks probably in shape is Mark McGuire because he probably still takes steroids.
Yeah, it's like if he doesn't take steroids, he's gonna
Yeah,
die.
yeah, yeah.
He
And,
needs
and
it.
and Jose Canseco, both of them are just keep juicing, baby.
Isn't he crazy?
Oh, he's a psycho. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. He like gets duped on Twitter or Instagram.
yeah.
I've seen screenshots.
He's
Jose
he's
Canseco.
he's a nutcase. Yeah,
All right, this is a New York Jets fan podcast. I gotta
yep.
keep us on the train tracks here. All right, so
We're going
Hall of
off.
Fame game in Canton
Yep.
Thursday night. The game may have already been played by the time we post this podcast. I don't know.
Yes.
But NBC, I'm sure you'll be watching. Everyone's gonna go crazy. Let's get to the Jets storylines of the week. We can break down the Hall of Fame game in a second. But Sean Payton's comments from last week that we talked about. We called him an asshole. We said he can go F himself. This is, if kids are listening, he can go fuck himself.
Earmuffs.
Because he called, yeah. Oh, fuck, shit.
God, bitch. God.
Sean Payton's a little bitch for saying Nathaniel Hackett was the worst coach in the league in NFL history or whatever. And this week, both Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett responded. First, Aaron Rodgers said, "Keep your coach's name out my mouth, out your mouth," which is, yes, a Will Smith callback, I think. And then like some kinder but still kind of harsh words in his press conference that was like, he needs to stay in line, which were fair comments. Because,
yeah. I mean, everything Rodgers said was fair. Even the keep my coach's name, and if that was planned, then he's a smart dude. He's sharp on top of his game.
Super sharp.
But super fair for him to say it. From what I saw, Sean Payton was backtracking like the next day when he was interviewed about it. He was questioned about it. He backtracked and was like, "Oh, I thought it was still on Fox." It's like, come on, dude.
He knew he was on the record, though. Come on.
You've been a coach before. It's not a situation where you went from commentating to coaching. You were a coach for a long time. You know the drill. You know how this works. So
there are no excuses.
To play the dumb game is pretty fucking cowardly, I think.
I think it's he's been a coach before, which is what Nathaniel Hackett said. That Sean Payton broke the code. What is the code? Probably just not talking shit about your fellow coaches. Seems to be a pretty easy rule to follow.
Yeah.
Is Sean Payton an idiot? Yes.
It sounds like it. It really does sound like it. And I'd have more respect for Sean Payton if he didn't backtrack. If he just went all in on it and he doubled down, okay. Like if that's what you really believe, go for it. But to then the next day be like, "Oh, I got my jobs confused." You're a fucking moron. Stop with that.
Yeah. He's trying to play the flip flopper and be on party lines, like we were trying to do with the whole Dalvin Cook thing. But like, no, we're going to stick to our stance.
Yeah.
So Sean Payton's not sticking to his stance, and that's a little annoying.
If you say something, stick to it. If you make a mistake, that's fine. Everyone's going to make a mistake, but don't try to play the dumb game. That's stupid.
Listen, maybe he is dumb because he also said he was going to apologize and call Nathaniel Hackett directly. And then Hackett said in his presser, "I haven't gotten a phone call from Sean Payton. I haven't heard from him." So he's going to promise something and then not follow through on it?
Yeah.
Come on.
We're going to see Payton 2024 signs coming out soon. If he's making promises like that, he sounds like a politician. He's just over-promising, or what is it? No, that's
over-promising, under-delivering?
Under-delivering, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, week 5 is still going to be super interesting. Get your fucking popcorn ready. Yeah.
Which I saw Schefter tweet today that week 5 is the first game eligible to be flexed by the NFL. So if those storylines come out, I think the game right now is Cowboys, Steelers or something. It's like a good matchup. So Schefter was like, I find it hard that they might flex that. But if these storylines keep building, Jets may have another primetime game.
That early in the season, too. Like, probably right after they had one. I know they played Kansas City the week before.
And that's a primetime game.
It is not. Yes, it is. It's a Sunday night game.
So that would be 3 of their first 5 weeks would be in primetime.
Correct. Yes. If they flexed week 5.
If they did. I can't imagine they would do that.
I have a hard time believing it because they already have, what do we count? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 primetime games this year. And the Broncos game is a 4:25 window, so
Yeah.
it's already one of the late games. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun.
That'd be
Either
cool.
way, the game's going to be good, even if it's not the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
we're anti Sean Payton guys.
Yep.
Pro Aaron Rodgers guys, and pro Nathaniel Hackett guys. We appreciate our coaches and players sticking up for each other. But listen, I think I did hear this is going to be a galvanizing moment was the word for the team. It's bringing them together.
For sure. And you want moments like that. You need moments like that in the season, especially with a team like this with all this hype.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more motivation is always a good thing.
What do they call it? Locker room material, bulletin board material?
Yeah.
That's all this is.
Textbook.
So easy to just keep shitting on Sean Payton. Not even against the Broncos, against any other team. Like, our offensive coordinator is the worst coach in NFL history. We're going to drop 50 on every team this year.
Oh, easily. Especially against the Broncos. I'm sorry, but you haven't proven anything the past few years. You've been dog shit. So why are you guys talking? Does he think that he's going to take the Broncos to be Super Bowl contenders?
Not in that division.
Nope.
Definitely not in that. Hard to break it to him. Yeah.
Not in that division, not in that conference. They're be lucky to break 500.
Listen, a lot of team schedules look tough on paper, but I guess we'll see with injuries and with everything that happens. I wish you best of luck, Sean Payton, but not really.
No,
not
I don't.
Really.
Yeah, good luck, but I'm crossing my fingers and toes on that one.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll move past it and we'll revisit it, I guess, in October is when we're going to come up on that. Unless the game gets flexed before, and then we can also know that. Other storylines of the week before the Hall of Fame game, which the Jets jetted off to Ohio on Wednesday. A little pun there for all the kids listening at home. Although, again, don't have your kids listen to this because there's also swear words in it.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
Dalvin Cook visited the Jets last weekend, shook some hands, smiled a little bit, but he still remains unsigned as of Wednesday, August 2nd. Training camp's been going on for like a while, and he still doesn't have a team. Ezekiel Elliott visited the Patriots. He's also still unsigned. Yep. What is going on with Dalvin Cook?
A couple things. I got a couple hot topics about Dalvin Cook. So the first one, I'm gonna
tinfoil hat. Got theory time with Aaron.
Yep, theory time. So first, you can probably remove the tinfoil hat for this one because this isn't, and put on your dunce cap. Just pop that on there.
Got it. Okay.
So we talked last week about Chance, and we're kind of out on the Jets chance. Or was that 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. No JETS for us. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the moment, we're for it, but we're just a little out on it. The Jets fans at training camp were this is another dumb sport thing that every fan base does. They're just chanting his name and clapping. They're like, Dalvin Cook.
Okay.
It can't get any dumber than that.
This is what we talk. We need the soccer chants.
We need something creative. Do something better. Just that might have
swayed
him.
On that.
We're out on. We're out on
sign.
That. Yeah.
It's like, these are your fans.
These guys are idiots.
Came from Minnesota, where they had the equally as dumb skull.
See,
skull.
That may be dumb,
you
but
like that?
It's kind of dope when the whole crowd's doing it. Like it looks pretty sick. Like
that is true. Yeah.
That's a chant that I can get behind because it's like, I don't know. It looks cool. I guess the Jets chant is too. But
the Jets, it's all at once. And it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
The Vikings is different because
Vikings is different
cool.
because they're purple. I don't know.
No, because they're not spelling. It's more of like a I don't know, hunter gatherer.
It's like a Viking tribal chant. Yeah, it's It's manly. It's I don't know.
So Dalvin Cook's coming from that, and he sees these dumb Jets fans, and he's like,
what's going on here?
Okay,
but
so
that was just a dumb chant, and I also I am doubling down on our stance. We don't want Dalvin Cook. I don't want Dalvin Cook. I think he's playing us. I think he's just using the Jets to get more money from the Dolphins. I think he went on this kind of media tour, and he went on, what was it, Football Talk or whatever beforehand on
Yeah,
NFL
the NFL
Network.
Network. Hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, I want to play with Rodgers. The Jets have a great situation, blah, blah, blah." Bullshit. I think he's just using the Jets, using them as a ploy, kind of like a pawn,
Hmm.
to have the Dolphins be like, "I do not want him to go in conference. We're going to pay him more money." I think he's using us. I think we're being used.
As like leverage, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I'll see how much. It's like when you're shopping around for a car.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
where I can get the best deal. Well, if that's the case, we're still anti Dalvin Cook guys. But if that's the
Still.
case, then I would feel like, I don't know, the girl who doesn't get asked out to prom, or the guy or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
you want to be the most attractive girl at the party, which I think the Jets are.
Yep. Easily.
And if they're getting, I don't know, dragged along and then left without a date, I don't know. That's going to make us feel pretty bitter.
But at the same, I would say that I'm going to feel bitter towards what he did, if that's the case, if this is what's actually happening. But we don't need him. We don't
Again,
need
we
him.
don't. Yes.
If it was a situation where we didn't have any good running backs, like we were really hurting at that position, I would be heartbroken if he did this and went to the Dolphins. But now it's like, all right, dude, we're just gonna stomp the Dolphins every time we play you, and you're gonna regret not coming.
Yeah. So two thoughts there. Number one, love that we play the Dolphins twice, obviously, as we do every year. Because if he signs with them, or maybe, I don't know, maybe he goes to some other team. But if he signs with the Dolphins, hella motivation for our defense, who is like, all right, yeah, let's bring in like a Pro Bowler here, to actually being like, fuck you, we're going to hold you to like under 10 yards rushing.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just going to
Easy.
dominate you. Yeah.
Yeah. More
Easy
bulletin board
motivation.
material.
Yep.
For sure. And then number two, I don't know. I think I lost my train of thought.
You had two things.
I had a really good
two
point.
things.
I did. Oh, I think it was tying back into like, if this was the point. If it was 5 years ago or 6 years ago, when like we didn't know this whole system of like, you draft a running back, you play the running back, you don't re-sign the running back, then you draft another running back. Like that's the cycle now that happens, right? So people were trying to re-sign Le'Veon Bell at $15 million, or like do all these big deals for these big name running backs. That doesn't happen anymore. Now you realize you can get production from running backs super cheap, and the Jets know that. So it's like, why spend all this money? And I don't get it. He's gonna find some team to do it to him, but not gonna be us.
Save the money for someone else coming down the pipeline by the trade deadline, baby.
And I know who you're talking about. I don't want to jinx it, honestly.
I don't either, because I'd get my hopes up for that, and then it just wouldn't happen at all. And like, shit.
Can't do that. We can cross our fingers.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers did create cap room for the Jets, so they'll sign somebody.
Yep.
But staunchly anti Dalvin Cook guys. It's been a week since he's visited. Like nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I think he's playing him, and he went right back down to Miami. I think he's visiting with the Dolphins soon, or if he hasn't already, I don't know. I'm out.
Yeah, players have done that before, as you mentioned, the whole media tour thing. I think Des Bryant did it a couple years ago when he was sort of on his last legs. It's like, is a team really going to sign Des Bryant? Nah, he's just trying to maybe have someone sign him.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
What's the point? We're just moving on. Let's just move on.
Brand building. All right.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook. Sorry. Peace out. All right. Let's focus on guys who actually will be on the field.
Yeah.
And honestly, it might be nice to see some of these running backs play in the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. Jets, Browns, NBC, 8 o'clock. Set your DVRs. That doesn't really happen anymore. But a couple things will be happening. We'll get to see the backups. So Michael Carter, maybe, sort of, I'm assuming. Is he Anaconda, Bam Knight, etc. Zach Wilson gets the start, second teamer. We kind of saw this coming because Aaron Rodgers, no way he was going to play. But apparently, Mekhi Becton will play. So he's kind of maybe a starter in the mix, but we'll definitely see a lot of second stringers.
Which would be good. And again, hoping to see our guy Zach out there on the field. I'm sure he'll be out there.
Kuntz.
Guy Zach Kuntz, yes.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
We got a lot of Zachs. Yeah.
Zach Wilson, kind of our guy. we can
Yeah.
call Zach Wilson our lad. He's our lad, but Zach Kuntz
Our
is our
lad.
guy.
Okay.
He's our guy.
Fair.
I'm excited to hopefully see some reps from him, get some touches out there. But it'll be good. It'll be good to see Becton, first time he's played in a few years. So
Hmm.
it'll be nice. I'm interested to see if he's going to be at right tackle, left tackle, see where he's going.
Maybe they'll move him around, right?
Yeah,
See how he does.
yeah, yeah. And I saw that he kind of walked back his stance or walked back his comments before he was kind of blaming the Jets coaches for his
Oh,
injury.
yeah.
He said it was a surgical issue. He got the wrong surgery the first year, which made the second injury happen. And he said he would gladly play right tackle. So
Okay.
seems like he's kind of turning the page.
Good. Happy for Mekhi because, yeah, I think our first episode, we were like, Mekhi Becton says, I am a left tackle, all in caps.
Yeah,
So maybe that was a little immature of him,
sure.
you could say. So he's growing and being adaptable. And what's the word? When you can play two positions at once. Multifaceted? I don't know.
Yeah, ambidextrous. That's not the.
Ooh, that's not the word, but
That's
I
not
like
the word,
that.
but
Maybe he is.
or maybe he's coming to the realization that if I don't kind of change my ways here a little bit, they're going to ship me off, and he
Yeah.
wants to be here to win a title. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do anything you could to stay?
Who doesn't? Yeah. And
Yeah.
I feel like you're a big Mekhi Becton fan because you were like, I want to find him at camp and see how big that dude is because he's just raw talent.
Yeah, yeah, he's a massive dude, and I loved the pick when they first picked him. I thought it was fantastic. I mean, he dominated in Louisville. He's just a large dude that has potential to be a great offensive tackle. It just has to stay on the field.
Yeah, let's root for his health. I'm not big on watching offensive line play in preseason football, but I'll read all the blogs out there after and figure out what was good about it. All the scouting reports, I should say.
Yeah,
figure out what was good.
I have no idea what I'm watching when I'm watching football. I'm just kind of dumb, being like wanting just throw the ball, catch the ball. I have no idea formations, coverages.
Dumb sports fan. Yeah.
Protection. It really, when I watched the Netflix quarterback, it blew my mind. Like what?
How much goes into it?
How much goes into it? It's crazy,
Yeah.
and I never would have thought it. So again, no experience with football wise, but if Zach Wilson doesn't get touched, then hey, we're good.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so about Zach Wilson, Aaron mentioned this to me before we hit record on the podcast. So I was like, yeah, of course Aaron Rodgers is not going to play. Aaron tells me Aaron Rodgers is going to be calling plays, maybe on the headset for Zach Wilson on Thursday night, which is obviously love to see it, but also that mentor relationship just keeps growing as we've seen in training camp over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool to see if Rodgers does get on the headset, call some plays. Maybe that's a glimpse into his future. I doubt that, but if he wants to coach. But still, really cool if he does that, especially with Zach Wilson. I can't see him maybe doing it with maybe fourth quarter. He puts the headset on and whoever the quarterback was.
Zach Wilson puts the headset on?
No, Rodgers. Like the fourth quarter, he'll put the headset on. I got to imagine Hackett will probably
be calling
do the play
plays,
calling in the beginning.
Rodgers will be listening in.
Yeah. But it would be cool, and it sounds, Rodgers has been pretty outspoken about how mature Zach Wilson has become during this training camp and this kind of season, and he said that he really thinks it's a good reset for Zach Wilson. All the shit he's kind of gone through the past couple years with either injuries or media getting on his ass about his poor play, his teammates getting on him, things he said in the past. Rodgers really just said this is a good reset for him. Take a step back, take a breath, and learn and extend his career.
Which, for all we know, is what's happening. Is he's learning right now and he's changing. We're talking about him a lot. Jets fans are like, "Oh, I wonder how Zach Wilson's doing," because we knew all the shit that happened last year. But the spotlight's on Aaron Rodgers. So now's the time for at least the national spotlight. Zach Wilson is taking a step back and being like, all right, how do I become mature? How do I become a leader? How do I be ready to take this thing over from Aaron Rodgers in 2 to 3 years? And am I okay with being a fourth or fifth year quarterback and finally starting? that's a decision for him to make in the future because Aaron Rodgers said
Yeah.
he's going to be here for a few years, right? That was the quote.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows how long? He mentioned maybe playing till 45. So you do the math on that. But it's also nice to see. It would be nice to see the Jets do something other than what they've done with every other quarterback they've drafted in the past like 10 years. I mean, you see the cycle. It's they play for a couple years, right when they get drafted, they suck, they get shipped off, go somewhere
Yep.
else, go somewhere else. It'd be nice to see him take a step back, learn, and then step in.
I can't take it anymore. Like I
No.
really I don't want to see that.
No.
This whole Aaron Rodgers thing breaks the cycle. It makes us, Aaron and Ben here on the Cabin Crew Pod, follow us on Twitter, X, and TikTok at Cabin Crew Pod. What do we say? I don't know. Can we say that?
I'm going to say Twitter, X.
Twitter.
I don't get it.
Follow us at Cabin Crew Pod wherever you follow people and things. But listen, like it makes us passionate, made us want to start this podcast, and it stems so many different things. It stems, or it basically perpetuates like now we have a winning attitude. Now we have hope. Now we have hope for a quarterback position of the New York Jets, which is something that we're always like, yeah, we're big Sam Darnold guys. Yeah, like we just always wanted things to work. But now it's like they actually might. I'm not saying like this first preseason game is going to tell us a lot, but if he doesn't look lost out there, it's going to say something.
And I think as Jets fans, we're just hoping for consistency. I don't think, and I could be wrong. Maybe other Jets fans have a different opinion. I don't think we're going to contend for a title every year, but just some consistency, whether it's consistency in head coaching, consistency in quarterback, GM, just you go into the year knowing what you have, knowing what your potential is, and you have a shot to make the playoffs every year. That's all we can hope for. And you see it with teams like the Patriots, teams like the Steelers, teams like, the Chargers or even the Cowboys. Like you see people have this consistency. It's what we're looking for. We want consistency.
The Jets have been consistent in sucking and been consistent with inconsistency.
I guess that's
so
true.
It
has been consistent. It's been consistently bad.
You are calling for consistency in staffing, which basically is an equal to good things happening. Because if you turn over staff, then that means bad things are happening.
Bad things are happening
in an organization, in a culture. Yeah. So we can hope. It's a fresh slate. It's August. Smells like football. Feels like football. And we have football. And we're going to see Zach Wilson. So let's hope for Zach. Let's root for Zach Wilson and Kuntz.
The Zachs.
Third on the depth chart, for our guy. Maybe fourth in the depth chart. I don't know. There's like two tight end depth charts. It's like CJ Uzama, two guys, and then it's like Conklin, Ruckert, Kuntz. Or maybe Ruckert, Conklin, Kuntz. Either way, he's buried. But let's get some reps. Let's get those special teams reps going. We're rooting for you, Zach, on Thursday night. Yeah. Other kind of just got to mention, obviously, Hall of Fame weekend also in Canton. Two Jets, as we mentioned at the top of the pod, going into the Hall of Fame, Joe Klecko, Darrelle Revis. Hats off to our guys. Well-deserved, both of them. Joe Klecko, long time coming, but Darrelle Revis, first ballot.
Yeah, I watched a video today of them getting the knock on the door from previous players, inducting them or telling them, giving them any announcement that they, made the Hall of Fame. And Ty Law did it for Revis, and Namath did it for Klecko. So cool to see. They were both really excited. Revis kind of went down to his knees and was, I wouldn't say emotional, but just kind of thankful. You see it in their face, all the hard work that they've done. It paid off. So it was cool to see.
Yeah, for a guy like Revis, he probably knows that moment's coming. So I don't know if he can really feign emotions because he's like, I knew it. Like, I'm deserving. But to be grateful, to show humility in that moment, says a lot about who Darrelle Revis is as a player, as a guy. And we sort of talked about it when that whole social media beef was happening. He's a guy who's just like, he backs it up. And so he can act whatever he wants. And like, he never talked that much trash. And if he did, it's because he could. And that's just the man who he is. Now, Klecko, on the other hand, how long was he on the ballot for? Like a decade?
Jeez, had to be.
Longer?
Longer than that. I mean, when did he play? The 80s?
I think his last season was like 90-something? 85? That doesn't sound right.
And what is 95? 5 years after you retire, you're
Yeah,
eligible.
so maybe 20 years. I don't fact check us. I just
No,
read, and I should know this. It's too bad.
still
But
a
yeah,
long time. A
11
long
seasons
time.
with the Jets, 78 sacks, 20 and a half sacks in 1981. Yeah, maybe he played till like 89 or something like that. Either way,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Good on Joe Klecko. You'll
Yep.
be seeing a lot of 73 and 24 jerseys in Canton this weekend,
Sure.
hopefully.
For sure. Especially with those throwbacks coming out.
Yeah, man. I was thinking, oh, yeah, 73. Joe Thomas was also 73 on the Browns. So just a random number to also.
Even more 73s out there.
Yeah, it'll be a ton. Most popular jersey in Cleveland was Joe Thomas because like he was the most consistent player.
He's the only one there every year.
Yeah, you rarely see like offensive lineman jerseys outside of like me wearing one. I don't know.
Nick
Seemed
Mangold.
like
You
a
had
rare
did
thing.
you have a Mangold?
Nah, just the DeBrickashaw.
DeBrickashaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like those were popular. It's same reason kind of for Jets fans. You knew they were going
They
to
were
be
always
around.
there.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. So I don't know. Are you gonna like watch the speech back? I feel like I'm not that guy. I'll watch the clips on TikTok and whatever.
Yeah, I'll check out some clips, but I'm not probably not going to watch the induction or the yeah.
It's okay. We can call it. I don't think we're fair weather fans, but we're millennial fans who
Yeah.
have other stuff going on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And I'm probably not going to watch the whole preseason game tomorrow either.
I'm going to the Yankees game. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to watch any of it. I'll watch the highlights.
I'll watch the highlights, check out some clips, but yeah, I'm with you.
Bad Jets fan. But of course, we'll watch it back. We'll be ready for the pod obviously next week. All right. NFL top 100. Got to hit on this topic too.
Yep.
My co-host over here, Aaron, mentioned it. So they've been counting down. The NFL has been. NFL.com, NFL social media channels, the top 100 players in the NFL as voted on by other players. So it's a pretty consistent, I think a good gauge ranking of where maybe players on your team or your favorite players sit in, I don't know, the minds of fellow players among their peers.
Yeah.
So far, I think we're up to 20 or something. The NFL is revealing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jets players in the top 100. Let's count them down. Garrett Wilson, 74 as a rookie. Pretty good.
As a rookie, that's good. I mean, you think all the great receivers there are in the league. His first season, he's making the top 100. So that's good to see.
He's making the top 75.
Yeah. You put it like that. I mean, top 75 in the league. All the positions that they have, that's huge.
Yeah. Offensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
Number 51. Aaron Rodgers. Feels like a little bit of a slight.
Feels super low. Super low.
Too low.
I mean, that's definitely going to shoot up next year. I have a feeling.
More bulletin board material for Rodgers.
Yep.
Really? I just wanted an MVP 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm the 51st best player in the league? Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
We expect that to be top 25 next year. At least.
At least. Oh, yeah.
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 Just in front of him? Yes. C.J. Mosley at number 46. That feels right.
Feels right. Yeah. He's consistent. He's great. He's a good leader on the defense. Yeah, definitely right spot for him.
Been consistent for years. And then our guy, one of the highest paid defensive tackles in the year, just re-signed his contract.
Yep.
Quentin Williams at number 40 also feels right.
Feels right. Yeah, he's one of the best.
Or is it too low?
I'd say that's probably good for him right now, where he's at year wise, and I think same with Rodgers. He'll have a big shoot up next year. He might take that Aaron Donald spot.
Ooh, is Donald going to be number 1, or did they already reveal that?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay, I mean, like Mahomes or something. But,
probably Mahomes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. If Q can shoot up, that'd be nice, but maybe not super high. All right, and then number 23, 23rd best player as voted on by his peers, Sauce fucking Gardner.
Sauce Gardner. D-Roy. It's huge. I mean, to be 23, you're going into your second year in the league. From what I saw, that's the highest rated cornerback. So that kind of puts the doubters, all that Twitter beef with the cornerbacks before. This is it. He's 23.
It proves something. Yeah. It's like, how do you go up from here? I think it's pretty special for him to have that spot and like be
Yeah.
recognized like that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And if he can continue to grow and turn that 23 into top 5, who says no?
I don't like. I feel like, but for like a player in the secondary, like a cornerback, to be
Tough to
rated that
do.
high might be tough. Yeah, because it's just hard to get recognized like that, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have to have the interceptions, and you have to like. He does impact the game in a crazy way, but you just don't
Yeah.
necessarily see it like a
Right.
quarterback or an Aaron Donald or a tight end or whatever. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's a little different.
It is
But
different.
maybe he'll sneak up. Okay, and then number 1, Zach Kuntz.
Zach Kuntz, the best player in the NFL, top
As voted
100
on by his peers.
as voted on by 2 peers.
Yeah, us. Number 1 in our hearts.
Number 1 in Tunisia.
Definitely the best player in Tunisia, for sure.
Absolutely. Destroy.
That's funny. All right.
Yeah.
So Sauce is the highest rated Jet, obviously, which we'll see plenty of him and Quentin Williams and CJ Mosley and Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson on Hard Knocks next week. It premieres on Tuesday, but not before One Jets Drive, which premieres on Monday. So plenty of Jets content coming at you next week.
Yeah. Excited for that. We need something to watch here in our household. We blew through Entourage, so we're done with that. And now perfect timing, goes right into next week. Monday, One Jets Drive. Tuesday, Hard Knocks for the next few weeks. So excited for that.
Are you going to have the wife watch the One Jets Drive content with you?
Oh, she doesn't have a choice. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are just going to be on the couch. It's like, this is what we're putting on.
One Jets Drive's on, and then buckle up Tuesday, Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks, baby. Are you going to stay up, though? Or is it going to be a Wednesday thing?
One Jets Drive usually comes out at like 8:30.
Yeah, I think it's a reasonable time. Yeah.
I think Hard Knocks is 10?
Yeah, it's late.
So that might be a Wednesday watch.
It's fair. Yeah,
but
that's why I got to ask.
2 nights a week, Jets, and then, hey, if they have a preseason game too, fire it up, baby.
Oh my God, she's gonna be so sick of the Jets by the end of August.
She's gonna hate
before the season actually starts.
Yeah. But
or
no choice.
Maybe she'll have a favorite player, and we'll have to get the wife a jersey or something.
Maybe she'll come around and she'll be a Jets fan by week 1. We'll see.
We can only hope. The wife really represents all of our listeners. We want them to be inspired by the Jets.
Yes.
Even though we are like realistic Jetson fans, and maybe some people will call us pessimistic. Just it's the hype, right? And as soon as we start winning, these podcasts will get on the hype train. We know they will.
The positivity will build off of each other, off every win, off every game. And there'll be ups and downs, but it's going to be exciting.
That's life, baby. It's up and down. It's roller coaster. So
that's right.
Football is fucking life, and that's what we're here for. We're just here to tell the story.
Football is life.
Football is life. So,
Danny Rojas.
There we go, baby. All right, let's wrap it up with our, I guess, Sauce Gardner tweet of the week, maybe.
Yeah. So Sauce Gardner tweet of the week. He's not really given us too much to kind of look into. We have a little thing we can kind of go into, but he quote tweeted a tweet by, I don't know how to say this guy's name, Dov Kleiman.
Okay.
Dov Kleiman is a NFL News and Dov Kleiman. NFL News and Transactions is what his Twitter bio says. He's an editor writer for Bro Bible. So
very legit,
super good source. He tweeted, Pro Bowl running back Dalvin Cook is currently at the Jets facility and visiting the team. Source confirms. Sauce quote tweeted that with one thing about the league, it's always gonna be a source. 3 laughing emojis.
So is Sauce, he doesn't like people reporting at sources? He doesn't like the hearsay?
I think Sauce wants a name. Sauce doesn't. I think, again, this is all speculation, but I think Sauce wants so-and-so confirms. Doesn't want source.
Gotcha. He wants definitiveness.
Yeah. Wants some people called out. Who is that source? What is that source?
Yeah. He sounds like God, I'm going to try to make a reference here that I don't know if it's going to hit. He sounds like a Sagittarius. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Is that a sign? Is that a
A sign.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's right or not. But he just wants the facts spit at
Yeah.
him, right? He
Yeah.
wants confirmation
Yep.
of the report of said source. So like
Because
really what is a source though? It's like a spy on the inside, right?
that doesn't want to be outed. They don't
Yeah,
want
is it
to. Yeah,
anonymous?
I guess. I mean, we
If you
could.
say if Adam Schefter says like sources say,
Yeah.
is it go without saying that the source is anonymous?
Why doesn't the source want to be revealed?
I don't know.
Don't
Like
you want
what's
that
wrong
credit?
with
Unless
maybe like
their job's in jeopardy if they are.
but like in an NFL front office,
Yeah.
like who are or is it the coaching staff? Like who are the sources? Players, coaches, scouts, GMs? Like who this fucking secretary, the janitor?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because we could have a field day with sources say.
I could be
We
like
could just
my
put any.
buddy says something, yeah.
Yes.
Sources say.
Sources say the Dolphins are going to suck this year. Sources say.
Mm-hmm. We could trick a lot of people into betting a lot of money on that. Probably not a great thing to do to manipulate people, but yeah, like sources say Tua's not going to play week 4. People are like, ooh,
Oh, who said that?
sources.
Sources say Sean Payton going to shit his pants week 5.
That would be hilarious. I can't wait
Sources
to watch
say.
that. Yeah.
Hope he doesn't wear
Sources
khakis.
say, or white pants. God forbid.
White
Coach
pants.
does that. Yeah. Are NFL coaches allowed to wear shorts? I don't think so.
Good question.
That would be funny. Could you imagine like shit running down his leg?
Just see it pooling at the bottom of his feet.
Gross. Yeah.
Wearing
Sources
Crocs,
say
it's coming out the holes.
an NFL coach in shorts and in Crocs. In Denver, too. A little chilly up there
Yeah.
for Crocs, or is he like socks and Crocs? I don't know.
Or he's got like the fur lining Crocs.
I haven't
have
seen
those.
those.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we don't have those downstate. I don't know.
No. Hey.
I'm just not as observant. Sources say Zach Kuntz is going to make the team.
Sources say.
Sources
Who says
say,
they're wrong?
yeah, it's my source. You'll never know who they are.
Sources say I'm going to have 4 cookies tonight.
Sources say I already did.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Dude, I saw
Sources,
those cookies from last week, and like I can't get rid of them. I got to eat them. That's how I get rid of them.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing too. I have
They're looking at me.
Yeah. What's your number? What's your cookie number that you'll have in a sitting?
I mean, technically I had 6, but they're 4 Oreos, which was like a serving,
Yeah.
and then 2 of the chocolate chips. So
Okay.
I had a serving of each, but like depends on the size of the cookie. I'm using this little, I don't look at the barcode. I don't know. If this is the size of a cookie, I'm having 2 of these in a sitting. Like,
Wow, you got restraint. You have restraint.
How many are you doing?
I usually go 8. 8's my number for any cookie.
Holy shit. That's a
I'll
lot
go
of
8.
cookies.
That's a lot of cookies, but
Wow.
that's my number.
Do you have a time limit?
What do you mean?
Like, will you not eat the cookies past a certain time of night? Or too early in the morning? Like, is there
Oh, it's usually at night around 9 o'clock.
after dinner? Okay.
9 o'clock is usually my cutoff.
Would you have a cookie for breakfast?
I have before.
Okay.
It's a great way to start a day.
You know what? It's just coming to mind. I was supposed to have a cookie for breakfast today, and I never did. I know.
See, you think of these things when you're a kid, and
I know.
your parents are telling you, no cookies for breakfast. Just wait, kids. When you're 31 years old,
you can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever the hell you want. You can have cookies for breakfast. Just give it some time. Mm-hmm. Everything else sucks, but you can have cookies for breakfast.
Dude, that's the life.
That's the life.
Man, that's luxury.
That's luxury. That's luxury. All those bills and everything that you got to pay for, insurance, all this shit.
You can eat whatever you want.
You can eat cookies for breakfast, my man. Just give it some time.
Some people do. They have Cookie Crisp. That's like cereal, right?
those people are they psychopaths? Are they psychopaths? Are you a psychopath if you eat Cookie
I've
Crisp for
never.
breakfast?
Do they still make those?
Yeah.
It just feels like insane
It was
to be
always like
eating
a special treat. If we went on
Right.
vacation as a family, we would get Cookie Crisp because it's like, all right,
Gotcha.
vacation. But if you're a 30-year-old man or woman and you're having Cookie Crisp for breakfast,
Something's wrong with you.
you might want to reevaluate some things in your life.
Yeah. Again, I didn't, but it was going to be a treat because it was someone's birthday, and it was like too late to have them the night before. We said we'll table it for the morning, and then the morning is you forget because you wake up and you're like, I gotta get ready for work and do these things.
But some days those morning cookies just hit. They just hit.
I know. Fuck, I want one right now, and I gotta wait for the morning.
Yeah, I'll text you in the morning. I'll text you. Have that
cookie.
I don't know how we got on that. Okay. No idea.
I'm losing my mind. Let's keep us on the rails. I know I said last topic was sauce of the tweet of the week. Yep. That's where we were. We were talking about sources, and somehow we got to cookies. It's all right. Last thing we'll end with, so it wasn't the last thing, is Jets Hall of Fame game odds. You can bet on the game, of course. Bet responsibly. 21 plus. Don't go crazy because it is just preseason and we don't know what the fuck's going to happen. But the Jets are what? Plus? No. They're favorites. They're 1.5 points. Yeah.
Yep. So they're favored. Okay. Minus 1.5 for the Jets.
Sweet.
Money line minus 135 and over under is 33.5. So
it's so hard to tell because I think the Browns will be playing Josh Dobbs or whoever their backups are. Yeah. They're not going to be playing Deshaun Watson or Nick Chubb or any of those dudes. So it's like 33 points. I don't know. Maybe.
If you want some value, there's some scoring props on there already. Jets to win by 14 or more, plus 360. So
okay. Maybe I don't. It's preseason football. If you bet on that, more power to you.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm gonna hold off for now.
I'm out on preseason football. We'll wait for the actual fun stuff to begin week 1.
Me too. I think the thrill for me was seeing that there actually were odds on preseason football. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? People will bet on it. There's people out there that'll do it, but like we say, bet responsibly. Yep. Don't bet on preseason because that I don't know.
That is responsible betting.
That is responsible. Yeah.
All right. So I always ask this, but did I miss anything storyline wise from this past week?
One thing I just want to use here real quick. I might put this in the beginning of the episode if, because this is going to come out on Friday. We're recording on Wednesday. Preseason game is tomorrow night. So just pause for a second. And the Jets win the first preseason game 33-10.
Nice.
We'll just put that in.
We'll edit that in. Do you want to just say you want to say every number and then just edit it in?
Just keep saying scores until
21, 24, 27, 30,
6, 25,
9, 7,
21, 17,
13,
3,
0.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah. So we'll 30, put those 35? Numbers together and 35, 38. Yeah, that's a good one. 42.
That's also a number.
That is a number.
Is that a preseason football number? I guess we'll see. 15? If someone missed 2-point conversion?
15, 14, 28.
Now, this would be asking a lot for you to edit it. So yeah. You did a Jets win 33-10. Are you going to do a Jets lose cut or no?
All right. Pause. Jets lose 10-3. First preseason game. Wilson throws 5 interceptions, taken out in the first quarter.
That would be brutal.
That'd be terrible.
He's probably going to play like 3 drives and he has 5 interceptions. That doesn't make any sense.
He's a couple called back. We'll count.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're going to see so much Tim Boyle. That'll be interesting. All right, that's it. Great cut. You want to say anything else?
That's all I got.
Okay, that was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, I like it. All right, we'll see what happens.
One thing I had in this rundown. I forgot. Shout out Jason Brownlee, top 10 catch
Oh,
in
yeah.
training camp. That thing didn't even look real. That was,
No, it didn't.
he sounds like
Especially
he's gonna
coming
make
out of a
this.
Jets camp. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Yeah.
like, here's the hype. This undrafted free agent rookie is making a fucking one-handed diving catch in training camp. That
And
sounds like the Chiefs or the Patriots. Yeah.
yeah, if we're finally one of those teams that finds people like that, Jason Brownlee, undrafted guys who can become stars, fucking finally. Finally.
Jets are on the winning. I was gonna say winning train, but on the winning plane, baby, because we're the
That's
Jets.
right.
So buckle your seatbelts, prepare for landing. Had a bumpy ride today, as always, but we got you there.
We did.
Jets football has started. Hard Knocks is next week. Can't wait. I'm Ben. That's Aaron. In the meantime, as always, go Jets.